the homeless poet of Venice Beach. Welcome to English with Baser, where stories speak to the heart and words inspire the soul. Today, we bring you a touching tale from the shores of California, a story about faith, art, and humanity. This is The Homeless Poet of Venice Beach. Every morning, as sunlight touched the waves of Venice Beach, a man named Samuel Green carried an old, dented typewriter to his usual spot near a mural of angel wings. Beside him, a cardboard sign rested on the ground, "Poems for $1 or for a smile."
Samuel was known by locals as the homeless poet. He had once been a respected literature teacher at a Los Angeles college, but when his marriage failed and his job ended, he lost everything except his love for words. He believed that poetry could heal even the deepest wounds. Tourists often stopped, curious about the man with gentle eyes and rough hands. He would ask for their names and stories, then type click, click, click a short poem that always seemed to touch the heart. To him, poetry wasn't a business. It was a way to connect, to remind people that kindness still existed. One afternoon, a young woman named Lily approached him, tears glistening in her eyes. "Can you write something for a broken heart?" she asked softly. Samuel nodded. After a few minutes of typing, he handed her a small sheet of paper. The poem read, "He left because your story needed you to stand alone in one chapter so you could write the next one stronger." Lily's eyes filled with tears again, but this time she smiled. She handed him a $5 bill, but Samuel refused. "You've already paid," he said gently. That smile is enough. Word about the homeless poet spread quickly. People came from across the city to see him not just for poems, but for comfort. He became a quiet legend on the boardwalk, a man who gave hope through a typewriter with broken keys. One evening, as the sun melted into the Pacific, a man in a suit approached. "Are you Samuel Green?" he asked. "Yes," Samuel replied. "I was your student," the man said softly. "You once told me that words can save lives. You were right, they saved mine." He handed Samuel an envelope, a job offer, and a place to live. For the first time in years, Samuel felt tears of joy. He wasn't invisible anymore. Weeks later, Samuel had a small apartment near the ocean, yet he still returned each morning to his spot by the mural. Because for him, poetry wasn't about survival, it was about purpose. As the waves whispered against the sand, he typed another line for a stranger. Home isn't always a place, sometimes it's a purpose. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English with Baser, because every story has a lesson and every lesson brings us closer to life. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next story.